And even though you may not have qualified for the semi-finalists, you're qualified to come watch Morning Barbados every time. It's that time.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning to you. You know we will never judge you. Yeah, you come in right here free and fair. Morning! We will be telling you about those semi-finalists. In fact, we'll be giving you all the people who have gone through to the next round of the competitions. It's crop over, what, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know. It's getting there in a hurry. Let's say good morning to Katrina Marshall.
Morning, Colin. Morning to all of you. Thanks so much for choosing us to start your morning off right with. As Colin said, we are in the throes of crop over, and one of the wonderful things about crop over is that the privately held events as well as the public ones held by the National Council Foundation have equal billing. So last night, if you are anybody at all, and clearly, Colin, you and I are nobody, you went to the back to school.
Speak for yourself.
You went to the back to school fete at the Oval last night. As from what I understand, there were grown adults through the streets of the city purchasing Parkinson Harrison College Common Mare uniforms, Cub Scout uniforms, Brownie uniforms. Also that you could be caught perhaps on camera at the back to school event. So I heard it was a fantastic event as always, one of the biggest crowd pullers for the season. And tonight, Colin, we have Mr. Provost and Arturo Tapin, who will be giving their offerings at Pan Fusion, the new event.
Yeah, I know you would want to jump in there with Mr. Provost.
I don't know
you
what
can't
you
wait
mean.
to get there and talk about Mr. Provost.
I enjoy all of the offerings of all of the artists.
You've not heard him play Pan. You just saw him come off the plane and you were like,
I Googled him. I like his musical.
Of course you Googled him. You Googled him. You Oogled him. You were.
Are you a little bit jealous, Colin?
Not one iota.
Are you a little bit?
I don't play the pan. I blow my own horn.
And I'm very impressed by your horn offering. Very impressed. Very impressed by your horn offering. So there's no reason to be jealous. No.
Hey, don't worry. Cassandra will be here. In fact, she is here. Cassandra, why are you not joining us? You're playing anti-social this morning. Yeah? You'll come up here and sit down with us. What are you doing?
I think Cassandra likes to make an entrance, and it works every single time.
We can't do this without
you, girl.
Why are you taking so long?
You are just so mean. First you go
Good morning.
with Katrina. Good morning. About how she's really not listening to the man's music and just into him.
I am listening to his music.
Tell me a song that he was playing again.
He is an impresario. He does not play one song. He plays improvisations and meditations.
I think you're right, Colin.
On several different types of songs.
That don't sound like it comes straight off the bio. Okay, yeah, all right.
Good morning to you, though. Good morning to you both. And yeah, a lot going on.
Were you in a school uniform last night?
No, I usually don't do the school uniforms because I'm thinking about all those parents that are going to have enough stress trying to find school uniforms for their children.
What kills me is these people who can still fit into their primary school uniforms. I think it becomes a test of what you can still fit into for some of my friends. So looking forward to those pictures
later on.
If you
can still fit into your school uniform, you deserve to get lashes.
Deserve to get lashes. Shouldn't there be a reward for that?
No, you're just showing off, man. You're just showing off. Anyway, everybody sat up late last night before they went to the, back to school because everybody wanted to hear who the semi-finalists, finalists are.
You have the list?
Yeah, Pickety Crop, Party Monarch, Sweet Soca. Sweet Soca and Party Monarch, finalists straight. Pickety Crop. Wayne Simmons have the details. Let's check it out.
At 2:35 this morning, the decisions were made as to those persons who will be advancing to the MQI Banks Lime Pickety Crop semifinals. They are, in order of tent and individuals, from the Bacchanal Time Calypso tent, Eric Lewis. Also from Bacchanal Time Calypso tent, David Piggott, Kid Sight. From the Cave Shepherd All-Stars, there are 5. Adrian Clark, Crystal Cummins Beckles, Ronald Clark, William Smokey Burke, and Jude Clark Hee-Haw. From Celebration Time, Kiomal Nurse. From The Big Show, Terencia Coward Thompson, Peter Adonijah Aline, and Miguel White Miguel. From Headliners, Anderson Armstrong Blood. From the House of Soca, David Hall Popsicle, Daniel Borman, Jimmy Dan, and Natasha Williams, Kaya. From Super Gladiators, Andre Innes, Dre, and Suzette Brathwaite, Jael. And from the Experience tent, Sean Carter, Apache. The reserve for the MQI Banks Lime Picket Crop semifinals is William Waite Classic out of the Bacchanal Time Calypso tent.
Right, so those are the Pickety Crop semifinals coming up soon. That's a big show all the time. Unfortunately, we were listening, and the youngsters who were here on the show from the House of Soca, I didn't hear their name. But Kiomar is in the semifinals, so that's an interesting thing right there. Yes, indeed. And the tent that I made my debut at, we had no picks. What is going on? We are going to be calling those judges.
Which tent was that?
I think it's called it's the celebrity tent.
And why didn't you, you know, move beyond that
I have no idea.
time period?
This is going to be the first controversy of the real one. No, I'm not a celebrity. I just went to the celebrity tent. I went to mingle with the celebrities.
I thought you were performing. You said you made your debut, so I was thinking that you actually were on the stage.
I was on the
Provocative
stage.
language.
I don't
Provocative
understand.
misleading.
I
Use his
was
words.
on the stage. I introduced the Calypsonians.
Okay.
I spoke with the judges.
Aha.
I want to know, though, why there are nobody from that tent.
Why there are nobody.
Colin, as they say, we'll come again.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yes. But congratulations, certainly, to those making it to the semifinals. That means the work is now cut out for you to try and step up on what the judges obviously saw as fit. All right. We have some top lines to share with you. Of course, these are the stories we'll give you details to in our news at 7 o'clock. Average Barbadians are being credited for this country's positive performance during the current economic crisis. Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell says it is them more so than the policymakers that are making the difference. Also, the extension of opening hours of polyclinics is seemingly not the answer healthcare officials are looking for to reduce long waiting times at the QEH's Accident and Emergency Department. That's according to a study done to assess the impact of extended hours at 3 polyclinics. Government is moving ahead with the development of a regulatory framework and strategies to ensure the business sector and the general public are able to face the challenges created by new technologies. Minister of Commerce and Trade Senator Hainsley Benn says this mandate has been given to this ministry, his ministry. In the region, the Guyana economy is expected to show modest growth during the first half of 2011. Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh has said the preliminary signs show that the economy performed well in the first half of the year. We'll have details to those stories and more during our newscast at 7 o'clock here on Morning Barbados. So stay with us for that. Right now we turn our attention to our local newspapers to tell you what's making headlines.
Right. Unfortunately, we don't have the international headlines this morning, but let's get right at home. On the front page, we have the governor of the central bank, Dr. Delisle Worrell, speaking at a press conference yesterday, and the headline on the Nation is Elbow Room, country doing better than most in economic crisis. Fast food kitchen for all seasons. Infant hurt in truck accident. Oh my goodness. On the back page, QEH worry CEO says some non-nationals coming through the back door. Well, I think we should just close that back door and lock it. All right, my guy. Anyway, not before I come. Pressure still on at A&E. The extension of the opening hours at 3 polyclinics has strengthened the primary healthcare system but has not reduced the pressure on the accident and emergency department. This is a story in the Advocate newspaper. Standing by information, again, the governor of the central bank. And I was looking at this picture this morning and I was saying, he looks like, you know, Master Yoda calling up the force. Bring it down and help Barbados. Look at them. Words not enough. Behavioral change messages must be linked to culture, says medical officer. And for those of you, of course, who don't know who Master Yoda is, he is from the Star Wars dynasty. And he speaks kind of funny, like, where are we? We will, what? Something like that. And he does
For those of us who are not Star Wars fanatics, we are gonna. You have
We need to get him some of the beans you drink. Perhaps.
I'm willing to share.
He needs stabilizing.
I'm willing to share. I'm willing to share. But even though we
spirit, though, Colin. Good
spirit.
spirit.
I mean, I think you really put some spirit into that. Yoda would be proud. Yoda would be very proud.
Proud you were of proud I am.
Yeah, well, I was trying to reel him in. It wasn't working. You know, even though we don't have a copy of the international newspapers, we're still keeping an eye on what's happening internationally. Of
What's
course,
going on out there?
Our news team upstairs, I'm sure, will keep you updated and abreast of what's going on. The latest in the headlines, however, is that, as you know, the half-brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai, Ahmad Wali Karzai, was killed, and at his funeral, his service was hit by a suicide bomber. The headline reads that a suicide bomber has attacked a mosque in Kandahar during a memorial service for the assassinated half-brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai.
It's not the only place that there was some bombing and attacks.
There were
Mumbai was
3 simultaneous
attacked.
bombings in Mumbai. All of them apparently detonated at this generally around the same time. No one has yet claimed responsibility for them. But these are the things.
Just when India and Pakistan were about to resume, communication. Let's hope it's not people from Pakistan again, as was the last time back in 2008.
2008. And across the pond, as they say, as you would know, this is my pet story for the week. The news of the world scandal continues to unravel. It's like a kitten playing with a ball of yarn, and there's only about one strand of it left. It turns out that the B-Sky-B takeover is off the table. Well, when you have both the government and the opposition saying we're not going to back it, would you go forward?
No,
I just wonder what they're going to do with that
not.
$27 billion, you know?
Billion. And that's the thing about the news of the world situation. It's only a drop in the bucket of their profits. You know, it's a $33 billion corporation.
What you going to do with that $27 billion? You know, a couple of third world countries.
We have some ideas.
There's some third world debt that could be cancelled on that.
$27 billion. Whew.
But I have to tell you that Rupert Murdoch got quite the pasting in the British Parliament yesterday, notwithstanding his defence of Rebecca Brooks, the editor at the time that all the allegations came out. But this story is not going away, Cassandra.
Legs,
definitely. Walking long legs in red high heels.
Yeah, as I visualize that.
Thanks,
tell you,
Katrina.
You're most welcome, Cassandra.
Wayne Cool gave you the semi-finalists for the pick of the crop. He didn't give you some of the finalists. We're going to bring back Wayne Cool to repeat those semi-finalists for those of you who are just getting out of bed and saying, oh, I can't believe I missed it. But the Sweet Soca finalists, the people who will meet TC, and this is an interesting situation coming out here because apparently it looks like TC will be coming up against TC.
Wow.
Well, let me explain that. The finalists, Ain't Saying Nothing, Adrian Clark, Can't Be Over, Biggie Irie, Insane Blood, Good Time, Edwin Yearwood, Coming Soon, Mike Thompson, Jammin', Mikey, Once Upon a Wine, Red Plastic Bag in there, and Coming Down, TC and Peter. Like I said, TC is the reigning monarch, so TC will be coming up against TC. The reserves will be Donella Weeks and Lawrence Gittins. Yeah.
Yeah, so it will be a matter of whether she retains that title.
Yes.
You just have to make it sound way more interesting. She's coming up against herself, but we're certainly looking forward to seeing how all those events, culminate. And this month is just absolutely flying. We want to share the 9-party Monarch finalists with you as well. Brett Linton with Already from Headliners. Edwin Yearwood is there. He's ready to cover the road. Celebration Time tent, of course. Eric Lewis with Technically Done and Galong. Back in our time. Keo Mountainers is in there with Pose, and they were posing all over Outrageous in Red last weekend. Also from Celebration Time. And then there's Lil Rick, Ricky Minaj, Ricky Reed, whatever you choose to call him, with Crazy People, also out of Celebration Time tent. Michael Thompson, Bajan Line Dance.
That was on Morning Barbados?
Yes, he's from Tomorrow's Children tent. And of course, Michael Mercer, Mikey, Pavement Anticipation, and he's actually right now working on his music video, so we should be seeing that very shortly. Samantha Clark, Sammy Jane with Right Hey, she is in there, and she's from the Experience tent, as you know. And then there's TC, Trencia Coward, with Blaze It Up, and she's from The Big Show. So they're going forward to the Grand Soca Royale competition.
Well, now that we have that at the big TC in the Party Monarch finals, even though she's from The Big Show, she did judge at the celebrity. So technically, somebody from the celebrity.
We are a family kind of thing, I guess. Okay, well, we're going to take a very short break, and we have so much to share with you on today's edition of Morning Barbados.
Good morning.